Hi, I'm Pam and welcome back to my makeup channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video game inspired look, and this is the final product. If this is something you are interested in seeing, then continue watching. So today I'm getting ready to film a video over on my other channel, Cannot Be Tamed. I am filming the on-camera bits for a video I've been working on for quite some time about the Lucasfilm adventure game Loom, which is a beautiful game. It's very musical and very lovely, and I'm trying to sort of recreate the feel of that game, and I'm taking sort of the box cover art as well as some earlier scenes as inspiration. I will put up some screens on screen so that you can see what it looks like. I'm just trying this for the first time now, so we'll see how it's going to work out. I'm using two palettes for this. One is the So Jaded from ColourPop, and the other is the Zodiac from ColourPop. They're both actually Kathleen Light's collaborations, but they have the kind of blues that I'm going to be looking for in here. I am doing eyes first. I've done my brows, but no BB cream or anything, because I have a feeling some of these might have a bunch of fallout, and I just don't want to make a mess, so I'm going to zoom you in and we'll get started. So I'm going to get right to it with a dark navy blue from the So Jaded. This is the color Sapphire, and I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush, not too big, not too small, and I'm going to take this through the crease. And I'm a little concerned about this, but let's just do it. So I'm trying to make a look that looks like the sun is just barely coming up. I'm kind of reminded of when I did my video on the Dig. The Dig uses all twilight colors, so there's more like purples and like oranges, more like sunset colors, whereas this is just like early sunrise. So just trying to do a gradient that goes from dark, almost like black, like the night sky, to a dark blue and a little turquoise at the end. So I'm just sort of blending it through the crease so that at the top it's got just like a sort of light wash of the sapphire color, but then I'm also going to put the sapphire all over the lid. So for that, I'm going to take just this flat shader brush. This one's from Kaleidos, and I'm going to just pat that all over the lid. Maybe I should have primed my eyelids. I totally forgot. So I really want to get this in here, so I'm like not even tapping my brush off. I'm just like really trying to pat that color down so it covers the whole lid. And then once I've got it down there, I'm just going to take my blending brush again and just do the crease a little bit more. All right, that is very intense. Just going to do the other eye now. Okay, our eyes are very blue right now. So now I'm going to deepen up the outer corner and go in with, I guess Onyx here, which is a black with some shimmer through it. It's got like a silver shimmer. I'm honestly not sure how well that's going to actually show up because I find the matte with micro glitter formula to be kind of bullshit, to be honest. But I'm going to take this sort of thin brush here and dip into Onyx and then put that sort of on the outer V. So the gradient, for the most part, rather than be like you know, from lash line to brow bone is going to be more of like a sideways thing. And again, I'm packing the color on fairly thick on the brush and patting it in to where I want it to be. Tend to do looks that are more blown out, but you know, I really want these colors to show up well. And as I expected, it's making a ton of mess, so good thing I don't have my face on already. Take it like about halfway through the crease and then down the lash line a little bit. Oh man, this is a lot of mess. I'm also like taking it out a bit. I'm gonna be cleaning this up obviously at the end. But try to do like a little bitty wing. So now I'm just gonna go back in with that blending brush I was using and just very lightly blend here. Like I don't wanna wash the color out, but I do wanna just, you know, get it in. Sort of patting even more than blending. And I will go in with the other eye. Okay, so this is obviously very messy right now. I'm just going to grab some micellar water and some Q-tips or cotton buds and just clean up these edges. First, I'm just going to take my micellar water and a cotton pad. I'm just gonna like fold it over so I have like an edge to work with and just go right sort of up and out. And then may as well just get all the mess under the eye as well. And then just for a little more precise cleaning, going in with one of these Cosmetic cotton buds. And just get that line straight. Okay, that looks much better than it did with a little bit of cleanup. So as I expected, the sparkle from that matte doesn't really show up. On camera, it really looks like the edges are much darker than they appear in person, but now I'm going to go in with the Zodiac palette and take the Aquarius, which is this lighter blue. I'm going to go in with a short, flat shader brush, and I'm just going to put this on the sort of inner third of my eye. Sort of lighten it up as it goes towards the center. I'm also going to just sort of take it a little bit further through the crease so it'll meet with that black color. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to do the lower lash line, and I wanted to just mix things up a little bit for the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with Amethyst, which is a nice shimmery purple, and I'm just going to go in with this tiny little brush and I'm going to just draw that under the lash line about 2/3 of the way in from the corner. And I'm taking it further than I usually do. Usually I make a nice thin line under my lash, but I'm going down a bit further. And then I'm going to take Ametrine, which is another just slightly different, more bluey purple, and do that just on the inner third there. Okay, so now here comes the tougher part. I want to do a kind of liner on the top with a lighter turquoise color, and I'm kind of debating between the Pisces here, which is a nice turquoise, or with aquamarine, which is a lighter color. I feel like aquamarine is going to be easier to work with, just because the Pisces is a little bit more chunky. So I'm going to take a flat angled brush, and I'm going to dip it into aquamarine, get the brush pretty well coated. Oh, this one's a little bit on the chunky side too, so let's see how this works. And I'm just going to do like a line from corner to corner, basically up here. And I guess it's not going to be like a liner, like it'll be thicker than a liner. We'll see how it goes. So it turns out okay, I think. Maybe not as intense as I was expecting, but I'm okay with it. Maybe I should have done my trick where I laid down a line of primer before I put this on, but it's too late now. I'm just gonna keep packing it on. Okay, there we go. And I feel like I need a nice sparkly color in the inner corner, so I'm going to go in with Fluorite, which is, I'm having trouble showing things to the camera today, this nice sort of pale purple color. And I'm just taking a tiny little angled brush to go in with that. Okay, I'm just going to do some final little cleanup before I do the finishing touches on the eyes. Just a little more blending. I have a problem with this eye specifically, like around the brow bone, where my makeup, no matter what makeup I use, no matter if I use primer, don't use primer, it likes to just like stick in a weird way around this area, which unfortunately I haven't really found a solution for, so I don't know. If anyone has any ideas for me. It just doesn't like to blend properly right here. So now just for under my brow bone, I am going to take Pearl, which is just a shimmery off-white color. I'm just going to go in with this nice little, very soft shading brush. I am making a mess today. Oh, this is very nice. Hopefully this makes the strange blend over here look a little bit better. Sort of. Now the last thing I want to do, and I'm kind of scared this is either going to make it or break it, I'm going to take Diamond, which is a Super Shock shadow, just because I want some more of the shimmer over the darkness on the corner, and I'm just going to take it on my finger and pat it over. Actually, I might go over the whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Just for some sparkle to give that sort of starry effect. Okay, so we'll just do our mascara now, and then I will do the rest of my face, and I'm going to zoom you out. Okay, so I put on my Lily Lashes Triple X mascara and did one final cleanup of the under eye area, as well as tried to get some of the sparkles off my face, which I was only moderately successful at. I am now taking my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer in Light 5N. Just gonna put it on my wet blending sponge and put this on. I always feel like I have to be so careful going around my under eyes and around the brows once I've done my eyes before my face. That's why I generally like to do my face first, but sometimes it's just not practical if you're working with dark colors that are going to have a lot of fallout. And I dragged it through there. Let's clean that up. There we go. And then just going in with my Glossier Stretch Concealer a little bit under the eyes or anywhere else I feel I need a little coverage or color correcting. I'm just going to go in with my sponge again, except I lost it. Not doing a whole lot of concealer today. Actually, maybe I could use a little around my nose. I'm a little bit red. Okay, there's the base done. So I'm going to try to be a little fancy with my blush. We'll see how this goes. I have 3 different colors of the Quo Featherweight cream blush. So I'm going to try a little bit of all of them, so sort of going from lightest to darkest. So first I'm going to go in with Angelic, which is kind of like a bubblegum pink. And with all of these, I'm taking very, very little product because it's quite pigmented. So the pink color is going to go more like close to the apple of my cheek here. Just give me what I need. And here. And then I'm going to go in with Heavenly, which is more of a peachy color. Oh, this already has a little bit coming out. And with that, I'm going to go just sort of a little further up the cheekbone. And again. I hope this works. And then the last one is Saint, which is a deeper sort of berry shade. I really like this one a lot. And that's just going to go up the highest, sort of closest to the temple. So it'll go up here. And up here. And I'm taking a fairly dense blush brush for this, and I am just going to blend that in. Sort of taking it up into the temple a little bit as I go. Getting my hair in there, making a nice mess. Alright, I think that turned out pretty well. Not too intense, but a nice little gradation of color. Actually, I think I might just take a tiny bit more of Saint on this one side, if I can get the lid off. Okay, I think that looks pretty nice. And now I'm just going to do a little highlighter. This is Artist Couture in Purple Dream, another sort of duochrome color. Sort of goes from peachy to purpley. And I will take this highlighter brush here. I'm just taking a very, very small amount of this. You know, I'm not a huge highlighter person, but I think like it'll go on with the rest of the look. So I'm just going to take it up the cheekbones here. right, and then for lips, I don't want anything super intense since the eyes are pretty intense. So I'm just going to go in with my Buxom gloss. I just want something nice and shimmery. This is in, I actually don't know what shade this is in. Whatever, it was just a sample. It's like a little shimmery nudie color. So I'm going to put that sort of all over. I love how minty this is. And then just for a tiny bit of extra shimmer, going in with the Alamar Cosmetics. And what color is this? Mother of Pearl Gloss. And this is just going to go sort of in the center of my bottom lip, if I can get it open. There we go. Yeah, so just wrong side of the mirror again. Dotting it in the middle of my bottom lip. And a little bit here. And that's pretty much it. I'll just zoom you in for another little close-up and we will wrap this up. Alright, extreme close-up. Here is the final look. I'm pretty happy with it. I really like the sort of shimmer of that Super Shock over top of the blue of the eyes. It looks really nice. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Also really like this blush and highlighter look. And yeah, that's the final look. So that's the final look inspired by Loom. Please do check out that video once it's up. Honestly, it's going to be a long edit, so it might not be out for a little while, but this is what I will look like when I make that video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave me a comment. Just say, anything to me. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.